this video, we take you to the White City of Popayán, which has not one, but 2 UNESCO titles. Near Silvia, we spend a few days at the best campground in Colombia, before going to Cali for a brief stop to get Winnietwo repaired. Just west of Cali, we visit Finca Alejandría, an amazing bird paradise with hundreds of different hummingbirds. We finally arrived. This is, holy shit, the view. According to somebody in I.O. Belanda who, well, he really did write that. Holy shit, the view. So we've stopped. We're too early. We're not going to stay here for the night, but this is the view.
I'm not sure if it is worth that exclamation.
You might be disappointed.
But it's a nice place. We might do it on the way back.
Yep.
But it's holy shit very hot today.
Holy shit, the heat.
Yes, holy shit, the heat.
Yeah.
That's what Helen said this morning when she got into the car. We had 45 degrees.
Yeah, far in the front.
Now it's cloudy, which is good.
But still hot.
Still hot and humid. We're not used to this. We're below 500 meters or something. I didn't even look, and this is too hot for us. Let's go back to Ecuador. It was nice there.
Nice and cool. Yeah, but we froze at night. We needed hot water.
Yeah, last night we didn't even use the blanket.
Yeah.
And the night before we still had our thick blanket and our fleece blanket. It's too much for our bodies. This would be nice underneath here. And from the hammock it is quite a nice view. I have no idea where we are, but it's quite busy here. The Panamericana that goes straight through a town. There comes the Hamburg Süd container. Hummel, Hummel. Yeah, it's really busy here. Helen is complaining a little bit about me going off to buy food and then I come back
Cakes.
with cakes.
And cakes. And more cakes. Yeah. And all for Kirsten.
No, now I found the right one for Helen because she loves her cream-filled stuff. What are they called again?
Custard slices. Custard
slices. They're awfully sweet, too sweet for me. I actually bought some cheesecake at a market in Ipiales, which Helen doesn't like. So we are doing really well.
That's not my kind. That's the German type of cheesecake. I don't like it.
We're doing really well because I don't like Helen's cake and she doesn't like mine, so it'll be good. It's a trial and error in all these countries. Usually they have the same old, and whenever I see something, and I just happen to see it when I run along the streets, I just buy it. It doesn't cost much here, so if we don't like it, we just chuck it out. But so far...
We do not chuck it out.
Not this one, no.
We don't chuck anything out.
No, but we're aiming for a Jumbo today, which is a large supermarket we know from Chile and Argentina. Jumbo. And we have high hopes. We see if they're getting dashed in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
But normally they have a good selection, even some German stuff in there, so we see.
Might get some proper bread.
You see Helen is struggling with eating her... We live in a motorhome. There's no etiquette here. There's...
Can't do it.
It's messy and it's yummy. That's the main thing. And we have about 33 degrees outside. We're actually in the shade. It's very hot.
What is it? Yes, it's 33.4.
See, that was just a guess of mine. But we are, with our hot cappuccinos, we're sweating buckets. But once a day we have to have some sweet stuff in our cappuccino.
It's almost 5 p.m. by the time we got to Popayán, so we drove straight to a parking garage in the city centre to leave Winnietwo in a safe spot for our visit here. It's a lot cooler now, and we enjoyed wandering around the beautiful town for almost 2 hours before going out for dinner in a great Italian restaurant. The Swiss owner recommended a juice called Lulo to us. very nice. So is the pasta gorgonzola, really yummy. Every day at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m, a 2-hour free walking tour departs from the Parque Caldas. It includes some of the major sites of Popayán, and our tour guide, Daniela, is a local who loves her city.
She was the first Saumadora mixed, not indigenous or black, and after her, any woman between 17 and 23 years could be Saumadora. But we still maintain the dress because it's a very, very
Is it a
dress.
woven material?
Yeah, it's wool.
The Universidad del Cauca is a prestigious university that is one of the oldest universities in Colombia.
Normally, a salpicón is like a juice of sandia with a lot of fruits inside.
Okay.
But this is like a smoothie, and you can try this just here in Popayán. So you can't go to Popayán without trying it. It's impossible.
Okay.
You have
I
to
want it
try
now.
When is it open?
It's open now.
It's open now
Could we
until
go
7.
now?
We can go after the tour. We are almost ready. So we have to talk about some little places, and it's okay. You make the crater, and you took the orange and put the magma. Oh my God! This is a poetic way to eat it.
That's what kind of
How you want. This is like a poetic way, okay? Salpicón pajanex. So if you want, we can go after the tour there. But now we are going to the bridge.
Daniela is a real sweetie with a great sense of humour and all sorts of interesting tidbits. It's a great tour that we can highly recommend. After the tour, we walked straight to the restaurant that Daniela pointed out to us earlier to try all the special food and drinks typical of Popayán.
We're trying the special drinks here.
Before I start, would you like to try?
Oh, yeah.
You can say what you want.
Is it good? What's the verdict?
This is more tart.
Yeah, this one has the big sugar piece in there. Ah, yeah. I can see us swapping already.
After having coffee in our motorhome, we walked back into the town, seeing it with new eyes. In 2005, Popayán was declared by the UNESCO as the first city of gastronomy because it maintains traditional food preparation methods that have been passed down orally for generations. In 2009, UNESCO also declared the Semana Santa processions during Easter week in Popayán a masterpiece of the oral and intangible patrimony of humanity.
Helen's going to humiliate herself going off over the bridge of Humilado. Apparently there are 3 different stories why the name is. We learned them during the tour. This is a very old bridge from 1887 or 78. I always get that wrong. And it's on 1873. Now I got it right. And it withstood major earthquakes. But a number of years ago, on the other side of the bridge, they've had music going on every week, and they had to stop it because the sound waves were destroying the bridge. This used to be the only way to get into the city center of Popayán, and it goes up, and because you cannot keep your head up, it was called the Bridge of Shame. Bridge of Humiliation. Is that the same as shame? I'm not sure. Helen is...
You have to feel humiliated.
Yeah. Okay, you can go and humiliate yourself. Sun's coming out again.
Just after sunset, the city really comes to life.
This is the amazing campground of Finca La Bonanza with Kika and her family, Anu, and the 3 kids, 4 dogs. Really, really great place. We're having a lot of fun here. Such a nice hospitality and probably the best shower I had in 18 years.
Every Tuesday is market day in Silvia, a small indigenous village about 58 kilometres northwest of Popayán.
Kika is taking us through the market here. It's very interesting. We're getting to learn all the fruits and vegetables. This is the meat area here. ¿Cómo se llama usted? ¿Cómo se llama usted? Hernando, mucho gusto. Cristina, Elena.
Elena. ¿De dónde viene?
Inglaterra y Alemania.
Alemania.
This one is pitaya.
Pitaya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chirimuya.
Chirimuya. Okay.
Paya. Kiwi. Zapote.
Zapote. Okay, zapote is easy. Kiwi, yeah, we recognize the kiwi. Ah, we've got strawberries over there.
Okay, this you don't eat more than 2 per day because it's giving diarrhea.
Oh, diarrhea.
But
Okay.
it's so good. One of the best fruits in Colombia.
Wow, looks good. And you eat it with the seeds?
Yeah.
You can just swab.
Some wet wipes.
Oh, that's better than kiwi. It's almost like a kiwi.
So you just cut it in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to get some of those.
This is just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Kika is having fun here. This is a lady in the background there. She owns that fruit stand here. Everything has to be stashed for the way home. Almendra, pastel de almendra. Und Schokolade.
This is good.
Maybe we have to have 3 spoons.
For me, it's okay. Thank you.
You don't like
Yeah.
sweet stuff?
Not between meals. I try not to eat.
This is my meal.
Yeah. But Anwar told me, oh, I'm waiting for you for lunch. So.
Oh, let's get back for lunch.
No, but I still have time.
And
Oh, horrible.
Horrible.
You won't
Disgusting.
You will not like it.
these are really amazing murals here in Silvia. Really, really super clean town. Helen is at her house with the music. You want to sing? And now we're trying something new. Papas rellenas con arroz with rice and eine salsa ají. And we have mixed
Picante.
juice, picante. I have mora, which is blackberry, with lulo, which is that strange fruit that we had several times now, and guanabana. Looks like durian, but tastes completely different. And Helen has a mango maracuya. Go ahead. Because we're really thirsty now. It's a hot day. Is it good?
Not sweet.
Not sweet. You want to try mine and see if you like that?
Mike's what? Also not sweet.
Do you want sugar with yours?
I eat it like this.
We're having pasta.
Hello, Helen. How you doing?
The girls and Anwar cooked. We're hungry. School, and Mark, school is over. Look at the girls, they're so hungry.
Let's bring another one. Let me bring another one.
No. Oh, we have a bolognese, spec balls. This is Mark and his girls. Mark is actually English, but he lives in Cusco. He's a guide, or he was a guide. He's now into marketing. It's such a lovely campground here. There's always something going on socially. We always have great fun. Women are in the majority here, that's for sure.
No creo que vamos a acabar todo eso.
I think the girls love it.
After 3 days at La Bonanza, we feel totally at home. But unfortunately, we have to keep going. We have an appointment for Winnietwo in Cali.
We're in Cali and we're getting our brake pads done and the drive shaft joint. It's a really good tire. The guys are taking really good care of our home. Helen has the new brake pads in her hands. Let me show them actually, yeah. Ours were down to less than half of that.
They were on the
These
wire.
are Volkswagen ones, but they fit perfectly. The drive shaft is out and we're just waiting for it to come back from the other mechanic who is doing the whole thing. This is Sergio, our mechanic. He's doing a great job for us. It's one unusual place for us for the night.
22 kilometers northwest of Cali is the Finca Alejandría, a hummingbird paradise. The first thing we see is the rare quetzal. It's actually a breeding pair that is raising chicks in a tree hollow. An Argentine couple has set up bowls of water on the beautiful grounds, which attract hundreds of hummingbirds and other birds. Entry costs 20,000 kops per person, which is around $5.50 US.
He's sitting all the time.
Bananas are laid out on a small platform, attracting many colourful birds. This is a scarlet-rumped tanager. The male of the green honeycreeper is actually bright blue.
Wow. What a beautiful bird. Beautiful.
The garden is also beautifully landscaped with lots of interesting plants. The owners have created a nice circular path to see their land. Hummingbirds are the most maneuverable birds on the planet. They're the only ones that can fly backwards, and the only ones that can hover for long periods of time because of their ability to move their wings in a figure-of-8 pattern. Hummingbird species flap their wings at different speeds, with the giant hummingbird's wings beating as few as 12 beats per second. Many species flap their wings between 50 to 80 beats per second, making them a blur to the human eye. A hummingbird's heart rate can reach over 1,200 beats per minute, more than 20 beats every single second. Their hearts are far too small for us to hear their heartbeats, but if we could, they'd be beating so fast that it would just be a high-pitched hum to us. There are over 350 known hummingbird species, all of which live in the Americas.
Yeah, it's almost like luminescent, isn't it? One is red underneath, purple.
Most hummingbirds are in the 2.5 to 6.5 grams range, and the smallest, the bee hummingbird of Cuba, weighs just under 2 grams, little more than a standard paperclip. At the other end of the spectrum is the giant hummingbird, at around 23 centimetres long and weighing roughly 20 grams. Hummingbirds have extremely fast metabolisms, so they're always hungry. They need to consume around half their own body weight every day, which is mostly made up of nectar, but also small insects and spiders.
He's a fast drinker.
They need to eat such a ridiculous amount that they'd starve overnight if they slept in a normal way. Instead, they go into a kind of mini hibernation called torpor, where their metabolism slows right down.
They have a really long tongue.
Some of them literally don't show their feet, they just hover.
Tongue coming out.
A typical wild hummingbird lifespan is 3 to 5 years, but the oldest known of the species reached 12 years, and they've been recorded living up to 14 years in captivity. The white-booted racket-tail hummingbirds with their fluffy feet are our favourites. Only the male has elongated tail feathers that are approximately 7.5 to 9 centimetres long. The long-tailed sylph's feathers are so ridiculously long that they hinder his flying. Golden-headed quetzals are usually solitary birds, but during breeding they are seasonally monogamous. The male attracts the female by establishing a territory and advertising it by singing. Once a pair is formed, they find a suitable location for their nest and specifically excavate decaying tree trunks with their beaks or modify existing hollow spots in old trees. They breed once a year between the months of February and June. The female lays 1 to 2 pale blue eggs and then incubates them for 18 to 19 days. The golden-headed quetzal's diet consists mainly of fruit, though it has also been known to eat insects. On our drive out, a large rhinoceros beetle crosses our path.
It's not really my kind of thing.
In our next video, we take you to San Cipriano, a very small village in the jungle.
This is heaven.
To get there, you need the help of the little witches. What's this about? Check out our next adventure in Colombia. Golden-headed quetzals are usually solitary birds, but during breeding they are seasonally monogamous.
And they're called quetzals, not quetzals.
Quetzals. Golden-headed quetzals.
I should keep these things like a best of.
Golden-headed quetzals are usually solitary birds.
Ich krieg mich da.
Delete.
Nee, weil das ist gut.
Delete the whole
das
thing.
lassen wir, das ist super.
No. Später, machen wir später. We do it word for word. Golden-headed quetzals. Oh, God. Golden-headed quetzals are usually solitary birds,